We must defend our rights, for we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. Lifting the cross is meant we will pray. When man was thine, we just a shred of peace. Hail to the earth from consecrated nations. Oh, Fatherland, please give us hope and light. Defending thee shall be our dedication. Singing abroad will cause the privilege. The waving storm of Greenland glories the fleet shall not rescue the flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this morning, and through the crucible was path we pass. When we apart, thou wilt so much heal. We shall remember those who died in Mars. There shall not always be the sun. Victory is of our lives and
Yeah, the land of the rising sun. Freedom is all what we need. From every corner of the street, we're crying out, freedom. Are you my people? Stand up now. Unite together, we're crying out. My Biafra people, stand up now. Freedom is all we want. Freedom is all we need. Freedom we deserve. Victory is ours. Freedom is all we want. Freedom is all we need. Freedom we deserve. Victory is ours.
Listen, in this world, everybody got freedom of expression and worship. And Christian mother head was cut off. Buhari's majority did talk. Mr. Buhari's above law. If it's obeyed court, nobody go talk. As their price, we are standing for our freedom and self-determination. Nigerian government, they are cheating us, killing us, arresting us, wishing us one Nigeria. Their friend Nigeria governors, protecting their political careers. They are criminals, murderers. They can't stop us, never.
Freedom, we deserve. Freedom.
put division, confusion among us. What is South, Southeast? That is nonsense. We are busy fighting ourselves. They are busy taking what belongs to us. They are busy laughing at us. Why man go to the river? So go enter his eyes. Why? That Momo don't do. Their couple don't fool. Land of the rising sun. We are marching forward. Their flag just come. Land of the rising sun.
Freedom is all we want. Freedom is all we need. Freedom we deserve. Victory is ours. Freedom is all we want. Freedom is all we need. Freedom we deserve. Victory is ours.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people wherever you are all over the world. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra. His name is Mazi Uche Okafo-Mefo. Mazi Uche Okafo-Mefo is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Uche Okafo-Mefo is the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. He is standing on a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Prince of Afari Beku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom, the one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people. For almost 60 years, nobody have done that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the king of Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State. And Abia State is Biafra land. And by the grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama, he is the director of Radio Biafra as well as Biafran Television. The one and the only man that commanded the loyalty of the Biafran people. And of course, I will not move further until I acknowledge Chukwu Okike Abiama. I still remain George Onyebe. And so in my humble way, I say to the Creator, you are the Alpha and Omega. We worship you alone. You are worthy to be praised. You are the Alpha and Omega. We worship you alone. You are worthy to be praised. We give you all the glory. We worship you alone. You are worthy to be praised. Anyị na-aja gị mma o, maka na eziokwu na mara mma ịhụnanya anyị na gị, obiọma gị o juru anyị anya dadi o, inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dị onye dịka gị, ịbụ Alfa na Omega. Anyị niile na-asị na n'ịdị mma o. Anamaja gị mma o, maka na eziokwu na ịmara mma ịhụnanya na gị obiọma gị o juru anya inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dị onye dịka gị ịbụ Alfa na Omega anyị niile na-asị na yes, without wasting much of our time, we will go to our topic this morning, and it's simple, titled, why is it that you never bothered? It's just a rhetorical question. Why is it that you never bothered? What is happening to us as a people is unprecedented. But the amazing thing there is that most of us don't even bother. I'm talking to Biafrans across the globe. As a Biafran, you are listening to me. It's important you understand that, first of all, you are a Biafran. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter how long they try to suppress this truth. The first step is for you to, first of all, know this truth. That is the only time you can embrace this truth. In Nigeria, it's a combination of three people. Three different distinctive people. Before now, one part of Nigeria, which is known as the Oduduwa today, is part of the Benin Empire. Another part, which is known as the Hausa today, the northern part of the Nigeria, known as the Arewa, is part of the Zamfara Empire. And then the eastern region of Nigeria, where we come from, is known as Biafra. With pride, these people profess who they are. The Yoruba man have Oduduwa University. Yoruba have Oduduwa Hall. Yoruba are proud to tell you that they are the children and the descendants of Oduduwa. Nobody gets hurt. Nobody gets hurt. The Arewa will tell you, we the Arewa, they have Arewa University, they have Arewa Hall. They proclaim the name of their ancestors with pride. Nobody gets hurt. But we are Biafra. In fact, in the ancient time, there is nothing like Arewa nation. In the ancient time, there is nothing like Oduduwa nation. This name you are hearing today was concocted after the amalgamation. But Biafra stood side by side with the Zamfara Empire as well as with the Benin Empire. But today, using the name Biafra is a crime. A crime against the British government, a crime against the colonial master, a crime against the Nigerian people. And you as a Biafran, you do not see this as unprecedented situation. You really don't bother you why the name makes them fear. No, you can't mention the name. No, the name cannot be used. No, we don't want to hear that name here. But who the hell are these people? After the war, they made sure that anybody who used that word, Gowon made sure that if you use that word Biafra, you will be charged for treason. And then they spend resources to deform, tarnish, and assassinate the beautiful character of the Biafran people. And so when you say, I'm a Biafran, somebody will say, don't bring war, I don't want war. When you say, I'm a Biafran, some people see you as good to die. You have to die. Yoruba also see you, you have to die. If you say you don't know it, you are not sincere to yourself. And all the evil they have planned for us will visit all of you. But for those who have planned this evil, they will not escape it. You can be rest assured. But the question I'm asking this morning is that, why is it that these things don't bother us? I'm talking to you. You are from south or southeast, Bottomland or River Rhine. You know you are a Biafran. You are struggling to accept it based on the lie they have told you. You know you are a Biafran. But somewhere along the line, because Fulani, Yoruba, or Hausa man or British government say, no, you cannot answer the name. You are just trying to accept it. But you didn't make that decision. Let me tell you how it's going to be. One day you are going to die. And then they are going to say to your children, your father's name used to be Jumbo, but we forbid you from answering Jumbo. And so everything your father has worked for will be taken from you. Because those things were the properties of Jumbo, and you are not Jumbo's son. Can you see the light where we are coming from and where we are going to? I'm asking you as a Biafran, ask these people who are forbidding you, who are running from this issue of discussion, who are trying to avoid this Biafran phenomenon, as they say. Ask them question, but they are not concerned to me. My concern this morning is as a simple question, because when I see what most people do, I begin to see, it looks as if they don't bother. A lot of things are happening before our very eyes, but yet it looks as if it doesn't concern some of you. I may the Lord have mercy upon you. Those of you on Facebook, that is a Nigerian from Arewa extraction. Arewa extraction of Nigeria. That is our Fulani man. They don't eat tomato. They don't eat those things they sell. But do you know the amazing thing? The amazing thing now is that they are going to take all these things to sell to Biafran. Now, it is simple. This man would have left the fruit unwashed. And then when you are buying it, you know that this fruit, they didn't wash it. You become more conscious. You look for water to wash it. But these people are so wicked to you as a Biafran, because this thing now is going to be sold to Biafra. That is a drainage, a sewage, a gutter. This gutter, some people connect their toilet inside this gutter in Nigeria here. Only God knows what is in that gutter. That is why people are talking of Ebola and just looking at who the heck are these people. Ebola should be afraid of Nigeria, not coming to Nigeria. We notice here on Radio Biafra, we don't give a hoot about Ebola or any disease. And so those who are even planning for biological weapon, they should get ready, because we have gone through. Those of you, President of America, Queen of England, Maurice Bori, or whatever they call your name, all the whole power, thinking of how to kill Biafra, all of you better prepare very well. That is a gutter. A gutter. Just look at Awasa Nigerian man, born to rule man. The people British government love to rule us. Look at him washing the fruit, tomatoes, vegetable, garbage, and other fruit that we are going to eat. Look at them washing it inside gutter. And everybody is watching them. Do you know what we do? We're becoming different stories. Say, now, wow, God will help us in this country. It's only God will help us. The question is, as a Biafran, why does it look like these things don't bother you? Why? The way we have been slaughtered from time immemorial is unbelievable. Yet it doesn't bother most of us. From the amalgamation of 1914, as they call it, till this morning, the way Biafrans have been slaughtered, people don't talk about it. Ojukwu saw this killing. He know this is unprecedented. This is unacceptable. Ojukwu said we have to save our life. Millions died before it. It really doesn't matter. Fulani headsmen, Boko Haram, Miati Allah, they are killing people everywhere. And as I'm talking to you, Nigerian army are backing up. They are preparing by decree and every means necessary to crush Biafra land, coastal region. I told you yesterday, they are actually trying to amend the bill to enable them carry out the next mayhem. And they are killing Biafrans in the coastal region. They are killing Biafrans in the upland region. And it doesn't bother you. Over 56 were slaughtered, including children. It doesn't bother you. Have you not seen enough deaths? Why is it that it doesn't bother you? Only this year, how many communities have been burned down in Bayelsa? Only this year, how many Biafran have been slaughtered? Only this year. Why is it that it doesn't bother you? When Yoruba talks about Omotekun, it amazes me. Just one person being slaughtered by Fulani herdsmen. Yoruba have mounted up security outfits. You, Biafra, as far as the history of Biafra and Nigeria British government is concerned, only one thing we have from them. We have received from them, and that is indiscriminate killing of our people. But I'm asking you, Biafra, why is it that it does not bother you? Why? Why is it that it does not bother you? For the single fact that nobody even care about how we are being killed is unbelievable. Number one, yes, they are killing us. But for the single fact that nobody even bother about it, it's unbelievable. We just discuss it as if it's normal. You wake up in the morning, oh, they have slaughtered this, they have slaughtered that, they have slaughtered that. Oh, I can assure you, in as much as I'm a Christian, I will tell you there is no Christian in Nigeria. From the first man of God to the second man of God, it could be that they have been deceived. We have wrongly managed the Bible. Because when they kill you, your pastor say, don't worry. God give, God take. We will meet you in heaven again. Not until they start killing pastors now. You would have been dying. And somebody said in one forum, he said, George Onibe is talking down Jesus Christ. But the person don't know I'm in that forum. And I responded to him. I said, the problem is that the way we are handling Jesus Christ in Nigeria, is it the way they are handling Jesus Christ in America? Is it the same way they are handling Jesus Christ in London? The people who brought us Bible? Is it the same way the owner of Jesus Christ are handling Jesus Christ? But the truth have to be told. I forwarded a video to him of a grandmother who is being beaten up by his own son, maybe grandson, with a heavy cane, because the pastor said the woman is a winch. Europeans and Americans are building house for their aged mother. Africans are killing their own old mother and father because of Jesus Christ. And when I tell you to go back to your roots, you are idiot, you don't understand what I'm telling you. You say I'm talking down on Jesus Christ. From history, as far as I'm concerned, Jesus is the one fighting for the church. The church don't fight for Jesus. Christians don't fight for Elohim. Elohim fight for them. Only Muslims fight for Allah. Because Allah is powerless and Allah cannot defend himself. Allah is then gone and don't have power to fight for himself. So his followers have to fight for him. And so if you have started fighting for Jesus and then something is wrong with you, you can't even fight for yourself. Without American coming up to speak up for Christians, I tell you, all of us who are Christian in Nigeria will be slaughtered and nothing will happen. But I ask you this morning, why is it that it doesn't bother you? There is a picture of a man online. I would have had to use it this morning, but I will use it in the evening. The pastor prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed, and he packed sand and poured on his head, and he said, God, I forgive our killer. God, I forgive our killer. Of course, these are the main attributes of Christianity. But if I pray now that they should kill that man so that his children should forgive them, it will look like it's a hate speech. How long are we going to kill? God forgive our killer. God forgive our killer, so that they will not kill us. Did Jesus not die to put an end to this death? He said it is finished. It is finished for Boko Haram. It is finished for anybody killing us. Because I am dying for you people. Are we going to die for you? Is Jesus Christ's blood not worthy to wipe away our sin again? That we are now the one going to pay with our blood? Wake up, brothers. You are so used to it. My topic is, why is it don't bother you? I'm talking to you as a Biafra. You are a Biafra, you don't want to accept it. You are struggling with it. Why is it don't bother you? That we are forced to be subjected to certain rules that prevent us from developing our land, from living a normal life, from exercising our rights like others. It's amazing that it still doesn't bother us. I want you to check it. Why is it that it doesn't bother? Because if it bothers somebody here, after this morning, you begin to do something you have not done before. We are prevented from developing our land. From Delta State is bordered with Atlantic Ocean. To Bayelsa State is bordered with Atlantic Ocean. Down to River State, a border with Atlantic Ocean. All the way to Akwa Ibom, a border with Atlantic Ocean. All the way down to Cross River, a border with Atlantic Ocean. The question is, in all these states I have mentioned, they are all bigger than the whole of Yoruba land. Which means our coastal region is, Biafra land have the longest coastal region, if not in Africa, one of the longest coastal region. But somebody say we can't have seaports. We have to travel over 4,000 kilometers, if not up to 10,000 kilometers. I don't even know the distance, but we have to drive on a car for 18 hours to 14 hours from our place to Lagos, from Port Harcourt to Lagos. I can tell you, you will not spend less than 12 to 14 hours to go and clear your container. But this same thing you are going to look for in Lagos is just less than 3 feet away from you. It's in your backyard. Why is it doesn't bother you? I'm talking to you, importer, Biafran importer. I'm talking to you, intellectual man. If you are not importer, you travel abroad. Why is it don't bother you that Port Harcourt seaport cannot work? Delta seaport cannot work. Cross River seaport cannot work. Bayelsa seaport cannot work. Why is it that it doesn't bother you? Do you know there is no airport in Biafra land now outside in Port Harcourt that is to enable British government and his criminal and other idiots move freely? Why is it doesn't bother you? As far as I can remember, they have been building Bayelsa airport. Till today it's not completed. They have been trying to give Anambra airport. Till today it's not completed. The one that are completed, they are shutting it down. Why is it that it doesn't bother you? To tie a road in Biafra land, they will read news over it years. When you hear Second Niger Bridge, it looks as if they are buying the half of the world to give to us. But we were here when Babangida built Third Mainland Bridge. Third Mainland Bridge happens to be the longest bridge in Africa. How much is Lagos making? Except what they are robbing from us. Why is it that it doesn't bother you? I just want to know. They prevent us from living a normal life. Look at all our land. The moment you enter Biafra land, you begin to see a checking point. Of course, we know our land is under military occupation, but the point is, why is it does not bother you? They don't want us to live a normal life. When we work hard to progress, they use their decree, they call law, to prevent us from progressing. If Nigeria is being managed based on achievement, based on merit, nobody will have anything. And this is what they fear. No Yoruba will go to school. No Hausa will go to school. This is what they fear. Why is it doesn't bother you? That is why my son or daughter have to score like 300 as a Biafran to gain admission into Nigerian university. But Yoruba and Hausa can score 30 and they enter. And it doesn't bother you. And you will read, you will come out with first class. You go and become gateman or a plate washer somewhere around Europe or even Libya. It doesn't bother you. And at the end of the day, you come back. I work hard more than most of you in Europe, if not all of you. But do you know the difference between me and you is that people work to give their currency face. People empower their currency. I told somebody, I said, when I look at you, the same way I'm living is almost the same way you are living in Europe. It's just that when you come back home now, your money magnifies. When you are paid $10,000 and I'm paid 10,000 naira, it's equivalent. The only thing is that when you enter Nigeria, your $10,000 become billion. But Nigerians are working hard to make sure their money become useless than tissue paper. Most people don't know Nigerians are printing money. That is when I look at IMF and the rest of them. I see how they are deceiving themselves. But all these things were done on them. You will not believe that almost every Nigerian politician, all these cabal, they have printing machine. Most people don't know we have 5,000 naira notes. They print money. And the day they start using it now, he say, yes, according to the decree, it's just lodging because Fulani and British government agents are everywhere. Anything they say, that is how it looks like. They frustrate us. It doesn't bother you. Honestly, it's amazing. that they don't allow us to exercise our rights. Our leader said something and it touched me. He said when he got to America, people were asking him, we understand you jump bail and we jump bail. But did he jump bail? Few days from the day of court, he actually told you he was coming to Abuja. He was coming to Abuja. They deny you from exercising your rights. It doesn't not bother you. You were here, you do gra, they remove on and put somebody who didn't go to school. It doesn't bother you. Somebody will come out now, kill the whole community in the name of a military man, and they will tell you it's a accidental discharge or it's unknown soldier. It doesn't bother you. Somebody will see you now and you driving out of your house as a Biafran. He will tell you, you lie down there, you bloody civilian. You lie down there. They will kill you and tag you suspected hoodlum. Not that you are a hoodlum, suspected hoodlum. But they are telling you they are taking Boko Haram to give them education. Why is it that it doesn't bother you? I'm talking to Biafrans this morning. Why is it all these things doesn't bother you? Why is it that we are forced to be subjected to this rule that makes us or prevent our land from developing? Why is it that we are unable to exercise our rights supposedly in a country that is called our own? And most of us does not bother about it. Look at the way Fulani are coming to drag who is PDP and who is APC in Biafra land. Can somebody come out and tell me this is how Igbo politician and a Jaw politician are going to Abuja and Yoruba land to drag who will be the president or who will be their governor or who will be their who? Why is it doesn't bother you? You go to Delta State, although I've not heard Delta State governor say that, he can be an idiot, but at least he has so much respect. You can't compare him with Obiano. Let's go to the main idiot. You go to Willie Obiano. He has not congratulated Anambra people. The next thing he will say is, let me remind you that Fulani headsmen, Miati Allah, Boko Haram are part of my government. Why will our politicians be the one who is going to pay allegiance to the North? And why is it that the North are the one who is going to tell us who rule us? Does it not bother you? Have you heard that Imo State Governor or Delta State Governor or River State Governor or Akwa Ibom State Governor insist that PDP must rule Kano, Kaduna or Abuja? Why is it doesn't bother you? They are the only one telling us who will rule us. Fulani will come. No, Muslim must rule Imo. Muslim must rule Imo against your rights. And it doesn't bother you. Yoruba will give their voice, Bele. Yoruba will support them with the media. Yes, according to the Supreme Court, the decision cannot be rewind. If they want to rewind it, it will be reconsidered. And then we still have a Biafran prophet prophesying with them. Some idiot will say, I'm talking to Jesus Christ. Is Jesus Christ not supposed to kill Mbaka? Or don't you know Mbaka has done more evil to the church of Jesus Christ, more than Judas Iscariot and any other saboteur in the Bible? But I tell you, Jesus will not do anything for you until you begin to reason like a Jesus follower. We have to tell you the truth so you wake up from your stupidity. Why is it doesn't bother you? We are the one killing ourselves, fighting ourselves, aggressing against ourselves for the Yoruba Hausa Fulani agenda. Have you ever read on the newspaper where they say Chibuike Amechi say no against the rigging of any northern governor when they have issue? They do have issue. Why are you not going to speak for them to tell them who will rule them? Why are you not going to Yoruba land to tell them who will rule them? They even tell you whether you'll be allowed to participate in their election or not. But the question is, why is it that they are not the one carrying it in their head who will rule us? Why is it you people don't reason? Some people don't reason. Why is it don't bother you? That we have lost political relevance in our land. We have lost religious relevance in our land. We have lost power, financial security in our land. We have lost the power to protection in our land. We have lost the judicial protection in our land. It's unbelievable. And it's supposedly a country that we call our own. Let me break it down so you will understand. Religiously, we don't have the power. We may have David Ibiomi, David Ibiomie pay allegiance to Oyedepo, but he's growing gradually. He may want to break out one day. You will see how they will rubbish David Ibiomie. You will know Jesus Christ get cabal. Let David Ibiomie come out and there are gospel he will preach. You will understand what they did to the Idahosa and Zoo Ministry, Joe Alosie. But these are things you don't know is happening in the church. I'm telling you now that religiously we don't have right. Check all the Biafran pastor to Umar why Abi Umar Kai choosing. Go to Ayo Iseja. They must remain idiots. They cannot talk under Yoruba influence. But Yoruba empower their own people with their media. When I tell all these Biafran pastors to join IPOB now, they think they advance. They will come for all of you. They are there on your neck already. They are watching you. Where is Bishop Michael Kinkwo? Where are Trem? Where are all these Biafran men of God? Some idiot who are drug dealer, Adeboye, Kumuyi, and the rest of you. All of you worshiping in their church. If you don't use your brain, God will punish you. Religiously, we don't have rights. Not until Adeboye say, Biafran Christian, you are useless. The point is that how can Yoruba man or Hausa man control our religion ground? Tomorrow you are crying that they want to store Emia. They want to. But you are the one giving up our religious right to it. Are we the only people that have gone through this stage? Why must we be the only people who are so useless and hopeless to be accepted, to be stomaching all these things? Honestly, it's unbelievable. We talk about social. We lose our right to our social life. Some Fulani can wake up one day and say, I declare coffee. The governor will tell you, you have to obey or you will die. They are the one to tell you the kind of business to do, what to do now. They will come out and say, this place, I wonder why they've not taken over trade fair. Maybe they are not ready for the problem. So economically, you don't have right. Socially, you don't have right. And you know all these things. Why is it that it doesn't bother you? Why? Judiciary, you don't have right. One Fulani will hit it, then another Fulani, they will bring Yoruba to reinterpret it. Fulani will hit it, they bring Yoruba to interpret. I choose to call you your idiot name because you don't have a name. Yoruba know what they are doing, Hausa know what they are doing, Fulani know what they are doing. But the earlier all of them begin to fight for the disintegration of Nigeria, the better for all of them, because this thing will get to them. These things will get to them. But I ask you as a Biafran, why is it that it doesn't bother you? But the most unbelievable aspect of it is the way we respond to some of this issue. Our indifferent way of responding to some of this issue is unbelievable. We look as if we don't care. As I'm talking to you now, most Biafrans have dressed up now. Most Biafrans have dressed up. You will not know that Biafrans, anywhere in the world, 90% of Biafrans don't go to bed. 4 o'clock, they are awake. They are awake. I, as a person, I know my mother and I know my household. Sleep don't meet us by 4 o'clock. It doesn't matter. We can sleep 3 o'clock. 4 o'clock, we must wake. It's in our blood already. It's applicable to many Biafran. Whether you like it or not, you are forced to work extra time to be comfortable in your own land, and it doesn't bother you. But do we boast with suffering and smiling? Why is it that these things don't bother us? I'm just asking this morning. And then also consider what they put to your children. We are the one that we labor and labor and labor. At the end of the day, Fulanis are living large. Yoruba are collecting their 10%. Then those who are sabotaging us, betraying us, our own people, are living in influence. And those who are sincere and true to the calling, we have to pay through our nose to become somebody. And it doesn't bother you. If you have not been reasoning, today, take it as a meditation day. As a Biafran, from Idoma, Igala, Biafrans in Edo State, Bayelsa, Delta, Cross River, Imo, Abia, Ebonyi, Enugu, Akwa Ibom, all of you, I want you to go and have a moment of sober reflection. Ask yourself this question. Does it mean something is wrong with you? Is something missing somewhere? You will figure out something is not right. But believe me, IPOB care. We care. We care because we know that things have gone wrong and it must be corrected. Believe me. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cares. He cares because everything, I must tell you, must be restored to normalcy. But it cannot be restored to normalcy until you understand what we represent. Most of you don't even know what we are doing. I think we are coming to broadcast. We are coming to activate your reasoning capacity. And then maybe you will see the light. And then that will eventually help you to prepare to fight to save the next generation of Biafra. Because our way of life is changing gradually. And our very life taken from us. But most of you still cannot see it. But understand, from now to the end, we remain Biafra. And there is nothing anybody can do about it.
Yeah, man. This one of the stars of Biafra. In Biafra land. We're going to take some all the way from our back province. Legend Rasta. Baba Chums. Boom.
Please on the beat.
I see you, Jenny.
See me, I come from Biafra. See, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. See me, I come from Biafra. Oh, I am from Biafra. Yeah, I'm proud of the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth.
I will never be frustrated. I will never run away.
I will never run away.
I will always believe in the word the king and my father told me.
My father told me.
Oh, my Biafra is a beautiful place. And it's so good for the people to live.
Yeah.
No wonder people they are free. No pressure here to see. If you like me, go follow me, go. I'm gonna show you many things so we like. Let's go inside the Biafra life.
See me, I come from Biafra. See, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. See me, I come from Biafra. Oh, I am from Biafra. Yeah, I'm proud of the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth.
Yes, at this moment, our lines are open. Believe me, Biafrans, I want you to sit back throughout today and have a moment of sober reflection. You will see our life is being taken from us. The level of wickedness of these people cannot be imagined. Those of you on Facebook, just watch what a Fulani, what Nigeria is doing. This is targeted to our people. And ask me, and ask yourself a question. Can you do this to Yoruba? Can you do this to Hausa? But you know this is what they are doing to us. Let me tell you, if we do not rip off sentiment and stand up and fight, you people have no idea what will happen to the next generation. You are a Biafran, you are not joining any IPOB member. You are not yet IPOB member. Please look for one and join. We have asked people creating group and gang inside IPOB. Stop it. You can try to fight back. You think you have connection. You will fall. We have been begging you. It started already. Stop forming Kaba inside IPOB. There are many people who came out. They call themselves different names. They do gree. If we give you time, you will not survive. Break that Kaba you are building inside IPOB. Our leader appreciates you for what you have done in the past. And he actually encourage you, if you want to do anything in that form in IPOB, go and meet the national coordinator of where you are board. Consult those of you in Biafra, consult Mazi Ikechukwu. He will direct you on what to do. But if you are there still forming Kaba, you will show your strength and we will see the end of it. It will not be the first time and you will never be the last. But we can manage all these things. All of you, stop it. Join IPOB. The only reason of IPOB is to unite the people. Nothing else. Because the only mission of British Nigeria is to divide us. We will not allow you to divide us. Coordinators now are supposed to be working hard, making sure there is no territory. Let me tell you, I'm a missionary. I am a missionary. There are things I don't see. I have seen physical and spiritual. Let me digress a little bit. That was in 1998. We went to mission field in Adamawa State, a place known as Moby Hill. When we got to Moby Hill, the people in Moby Hill, Adamawa in Nigeria, they were naked. Most people don't know, even up to the year 2000, most of the community in Moby Hill, Adamawa, are naked. They don't dress. We lived among them. We studied them. We planted church there in Adamawa. I'm talking about Grace Evangel Mission. I can begin to talk about their cultures and tradition, which you do not understand. But the reason I'm bringing it up is that as far as those areas are concerned, as far as those people are concerned, we understand how they function, how people's life are taken from them. Today, is it not Adamawa people they are killing? Adamawa need help. But you will not understand what we are telling you. We are here to build our people together. Everybody to be in one basket. And then, why I brought up the issue of being a missionary is that one of the things they teach us is church expansion. Redeem have made a vow that in every 3 building, in every 4 or 5 building in Biafra land, there must be redeem to collect 10%. The question is, why is Redeem, all this Yoruba church, not setting the same target for North and for Yoruba land? Why is it our land? But idiot will tell me Jesus Christ sent it. Thunder will fire all of you. I say the Redeem mission statement say that they will make sure that almost every 10 building of Biafra land, there will be a Redeem Christian church. And you people think it's progress. It's progress. But why is Yoruba not taking this progress to Yoruba land? Do you know you hardly see Yoruba church in Yoruba land? Oh, okay, they say a prophet is not recognized in his own land. Acquire. You people get sense. Receive sense this morning. You go and look at Coca-Cola mission statement. Coca-Cola mission statement is that they vow that as far as there is any place human being will enter, there will be Coca-Cola bottle there. And they live up to it. There is no place on earth where you see a human being that you will not see Coca-Cola. But we are the originator of all this policy. Before Coca-Cola made that target, set that target, anywhere you go, you must see Igbo man. So Igbo man and Coca-Cola, who travel more? Who travel more? Let us take what we have and make proper use of it. Today, coordinators are supposed to be challenging themselves and say, yes, as the coordinator of Delta State, I want to make sure that in every street in Biafra land there is IPOB. Some idiot are there dragging for power. You now go and check your record. With the number, I can tell you I am here on this studio. I give out number to say send your location. I can tell you that on daily basis, 3,000 people send me names that they want to join IPOB. I can tell you that over and over, I resend to the extent that sometimes I begin to make mistake. I'm very grateful that people like Mazi Obide, they understand that I'm a son and a child to them, and they respect me for who they are, and they manage me when I become sarcastic. Do you know what the pain we go through to organize people and send to most of you, and you don't respond to them? When we say, our people don't want to wake up, who told you they have not wake up? I am telling you that 3,000 people across the globe in almost every 24 hours want to join IPOB. Can any coordinator tell me they are building capacity to manage these people, to absorb these people? Idiots are there looking for where to shine and where to blackmail. Idiots are building cabal, forgetting the most important reason why we are here. Because all are boom on. I want in the nearest future, I see a coordinator who will come out and say, I am happy. I'm the coordinator of River State. In River State, or a coordinator of Anambra State. In Anambra State, we have 21 local government. Yes, in that 21 local government, we have 198 communities. Yes, in this 198 community, we have 4,300 roads. And in this 4,300 roads, we have 1.7 million IPOB units.
Is it impossible? If a Yoruba man can come and be planting church every 3 building, who is that coordinator that is reasoning that cannot plant IPOB family in every one building? But you won't understand. We did workshop here. If you are a Biafran, do not relent. I have told you. When you are sending me your data, send it in such a way I can forward it. Stop typing it like who is selling Akara. Write your name, followed by your phone number, followed by your location. Finish. Don't send me your picture. Don't give me the date of your birth. Don't tell me your maternal home and paternal home. Just you are a Biafran, you know that. Tell me I'm in Enugu State, I'm in USA, I'm in Brazil. Just put it there, put your name, don't cut it so I can click it and forward it. If I have not responded to you, you are the type of people that are writing Jumbo, you send, 089, you send, Germany, you send. I will just walk past it. The job is enormous, I must tell you. Forwarding 3,000 messages is not a joke. I don't even meet up. If I manage to send like 100 or 200, I rest before my brain crash. But nobody sees them. And there are people inside forum attending to all these people. You need to see the joy of those who have been connected to their family. But what are coordinators doing? Somebody called me from Lagos and told me that some coordinators came to contact her and they told her they will come and pick her up on Sunday. The woman was very happy. And then why would God not bless such coordinators? At least as a first timer. You show them hospitality. You show them we are not tat or miscreant. Idiot think we are doing Oshobe here. When they correct it, I say they are interfering, but you are idiot. Show me a coordinator that is boasting and working very hard to make sure that every street in their community there is IPOB family. And then I show you the people I have regard for. After all, most of you, did you labor for where you are today? You think it's such a big. Men go to work, it's not to answer name. If we do not abide by the principles that support progress, we will not progress. Send us your name, your data, and your location on this WhatsApp line. And believe me, I have said before, at least 1 or 2 times every week, continue resending it until somebody attend to you. And be rest assured, they will attend to you. It's not very easy, I must tell you that. But we do not expect it to be easy. We even expect it to be harder than this. Believe me, I don't know if Biafrans will wake up as much as they wake. Yoruba no, Hausa no, Fulani no. They have but a little time because their days are numbered. Let them unleash hell on us. But we will survive in the end. Our WhatsApp line is 070 815-45642. 070-815-45642. Direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971. And the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. Special number for the female 081-288-58614. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Mazi. Good morning, Mazi.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please. Your name and where you calling from.
Yeah, good morning, fellow Biafrans. My name is Obi Mane Chibike. I'm calling from the state of Israel. Mazi, thank you very much for this morning. Why is it that it doesn't bother you? Mazi, your words are like the firewood that is being fresh in the rainy season. The value increase during the dry season. As we are approaching the dry season, I begin to see values in your words. There was this word you used to say every morning when you call the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You say that he is the only man who has stand for the collective interest of the Biafran people. Mazi, recent
don't lie. Since independent or since after the war, nobody has come out to speak for a German. But people are coming out to speak for their community. The Ijaw man speaking for Ijaw, who Ijaw leader, warlord, has spoken for Ijaw trapped inside the Yoruba land now? Who Ijaw warlord is speaking for them? Most Ijaw don't even know that Ijaw community is being kidnapped inside their Ondo state. Some are being kidnapped in Lagos State. Which Ijaw lord have done that? Many Igbo people, Nnayawodo don't know that there is Igbo people in Benue State. That 3.5 local government in Benue State are Igbo. And these 3.5 local government, if you put them together, is bigger than the Ebonyi State. Nnayawodo don't know. People don't know that there are Igala people in Anambra. That after Moneri, Aguneri, the rest community are Igala people. They don't know. They don't know that a bottle or a baki is sabo. They don't know. People don't know all these things. Because they are just interested in their own personal gratification, their own personal need and loss. But he's the first person that came on. And believe me, he sound abnormal. He sound abnormal because these people have gotten us. He didn't say, yes, Ndibo, come back on you, come back on you. He knew his goal is going to go beyond that. He starts saying, but if your mother tied to rapper, if your mother tied to rapper, he is the only man that for 60 years, the one I am sure of, that stood up and speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people. I use 60 years because our mother in 1929 actually moved from Cross River down to Bayelsa to Abo, all of them marching about against the terrorist British government. So they did speak for us. But system now, before I was born till now, nobody. For record purposes. Go ahead, please. I'm sorry for interrupting you. You know I love you. You know how to play.
What?
And I'm suspecting you.
Mazia, what sounds so volume? The Ohanes they talk about only the Igbo people. The Pandef talk only about the Joe, the INC, Joe National Congress, the Aqua Chorus, all of them talk about their own people. But Maz, recent thing that is happening on Facebook, because of amnesty, after the Kubo denied the Yoruba people, he denied the Shekiri people. He said that the Ijo is only for the amnesty. Yoruba can go to hell. Isoko can go to hell. What a mess. He only stands for only his own family, only for his own pocket, because of that slavery things that are given to him. But to my brothers of the Yoruba, the Shekiri, the Ijos, they can now see who represent them. Asari is talking only about his own, but Nnamdi Kanu is talking about the whole people of the Biafran people. Now we can see the differences. Because of money, people are denying their own people. He's even telling them that they are not even part of Niger Delta anymore. This is so ridiculous.
I have had many debates in that aspect. But you know, why I love Yoruba people is that when it comes to them, they protect anything that concerns them vigorously. When Yoruba introduce Omotekun, they deny the Shekiri. The Shekiri can be claiming, Olu. Nothing Olu there. Olu is a Yoruba name. And very soon Shekiri will think, but in Omotekun, Yoruba show them their band. You have Oduduwa flag now. Warri is a part of Oduduwa. Abo is part of Oduduwa. They have it, their fraudulent internet. But when they were forming Omotekun, they didn't call us. Has God not exposed them? So if you are idiot in Shekiri man, you are idiot in Yoruba man, you are idiot in Bini, you are selling, you are Yoruba. Ask them, why did they not include you in Omotekun? You people don't know what is coming for all of you. Any Biafran who don't wake up now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made it clear. You come and join your country. But if you don't want, it's your own. Nobody will say he didn't call us. He's even inviting a minority in the north to come and join so they can save themselves. That is the true leader of the people. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Mazi. For my brothers and my sisters who are Christians, we love them so much.
I'm a
but
Christian.
We want to tell them
I'm a Christian.
Yes,
you are a Christian. Don't even make it look as if they are foreigner. You are a Christian. I am Reverend George Onibi. So who is hating who here? Do you know my church members can kill the whole community because of me? I teach them to be brave, to be courageous, to be fearless, not to be idiot. I do not useless them. I don't turn them to slave. I forbid them from calling me daddy. Because some of them are older than my father. Some want to call me papa. That is, it makes me look so stupid to see somebody older than my father kneeling down for me. I don't let them kneel down. I know my position. They stand up if they are older than me because I have to respect them. I train brave Christians. I don't make a fool out of them. Somebody come into your church brave. By the time you finish, they turn to Bobonzi, turn to Agidi. You think that is how Jesus trained the disciple? Peter will have the courage to bring out a knife and cut off the ear of a useless Roman legionnaire. So don't tell Christians we don't hate you. I'm a Christian till tomorrow morning. Let us tell ourselves the truth. It's just like I say, no, let's not insult ourselves. If insulting ourselves will make us become normal, we do that. We do that, of course, with a purpose. Go ahead, please, my brother.
We that are the Biafrans, are the people who personify Jesus, because Jesus stands for freedom. Jesus is a freedom fighter, and this is what we are doing here. We don't preach Jesus, but we practice Jesus. When he said to his disciples, if you don't have a sword, sell your garment and buy sword. But Peter said to him, we have 2 swords. Peter thinks that he's talking about that present time, but Jesus is foreseeing what will happen to Christians in future. He's telling them, prepare yourself, because if it's only the 2 swords cannot defend him at that moment. But he's telling them, prepare ahead. He's telling us that the Christian of today, prepare ahead. Prepare yourself. Don't die in the hands of these people. Our blood is not what is fueling the power in heaven. Our God does not need our blood to become God. He has created us and given us the power to take care of ourselves. So don't stand and watch yourself to be killed. And you say, God, forgive my killer. So when you forgive them, they will still come back to kill more. It's time we stand out now and never again. Mazi, for those that say that it does not bother them, I want to leave them with the word of Lucky Dube. He said that you read about it in the news, you don't believe it. You can only believe it when the Fulani man will stand in your door with AK-47. That day you will cry, you will shout, you will look for IPOB, you look for Nandekal, but you will not see us again. You will die in shame, and that day it will concern you. Thank you very much, Mazi.
Thank you, my brother. We must continue. Yes, a caller on the line. Caller on the female line. Caller on the female line. And that should be network problem. Caller on WhatsApp.
Don't believe it.
Caller on WhatsApp.
You can only believe it.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Please lower your radio set. Lower your radio set. Go ahead.
Okay, my brother. I thank Chukwu Kabiama who made it possible for me to get you this morning. I thank Chukwu Kabiama for the life of our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, George Onyiba, and other rest of Biafra. Hello.
You are listening to a person talking to you. Move away from your radio set. Or you lower it.
All right.
I'm not talking to you. There is a difference between both of us. So if you continue listening to it, what I just said will come to you some minutes later. And so you still be saying hello. Go ahead, please, and move away from your radio set.
Okay. My brother, please, I want to give some information now. Yesterday, when we were listening to paper review from Ebonade FM radio station, somebody from Biafra land gave an information that this herdsman was loaded in a trailer to army barrack Onitsha. Then I asked that this is so-called Boko Haram, which they say that they are going to Western world for another training. Is it Biafra land where they will go for training? Or is it just to give another strategy? But I want to assure them that this is people who say that they don't need this Western policy or Western life. They are going abroad for another training, the same Western people. But that is not our concern. My brother, I thank you people for this our struggle. I thank Chukwu Kabiama who made it possible for you people to come out for the life of our people, the whole Biafrans. Because without Nnamdi Kanu and you there, George Onyibe and Uche Mofo, I don't know where we could have been. Because by now, it could have been a different story in Biafra land. But I thank God who made it possible to raise you people up for rescue the whole Biafra land. Today, Biafra can be happy going everywhere they want to go. So, but my brother, I thank you people and I thank you people.
Thank you very much.
I thank you.
Regarding the information you're giving, any Biafran that is not on the lookout and making this information known, may God have mercy upon them. More than 70% of people in Borneo Island and waterways in the coastal region have been taken over by Fulani herdsmen.
And these people are parading on a boat bought by the government with our money to cripple us in our own region. But they are not seeing it. Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line, are you there? I think there is something wrong with the female line. Can you hear me? Caller on the female line. Caller on the direct line. Caller on the line. Caller on the line, can you hear me? Of course, that is Zoo Epileptic Network, but we must continue. Biafrans across the globe must understand. If we fail to save our life, nobody will do that for us. Caller on the line. Caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead, please.
My name is Shirokonchiku, calling from Aba.
Go ahead.
Well, I want to thank you people for your work. I want to thank our leader, Alan Mandekan, our deputy, and the leader also, our African journey. I want to thank our lovely coordinator, the Chukwinama. My name is Nokochiku, calling from Aba, one leader of all the cities by city. Happening for our land today. Maybe today we are in the market, and some people does not love themselves. People does not love themselves. See how we love ourselves. And then so there's no people does not love themselves. It's Nigeria. Nigeria people does not love themselves. It's not easy. They say how we love themselves. That's why everything is moving from outside. People does not love themselves.
Your voice is very slow.
And they say that they're not able to. I love our able. It's only Nigeria people does not love themselves. It's not able. So,
if people don't love themselves, is it their love? Is it their love? Igbo don't love themselves. Ask them, is it their love? Is it not our love? Igbo don't love themselves. Is it their own love? Why can't they mind their business? And let's begin to hate ourselves. But of course, that are outdated strategies and it doesn't work anymore. Go ahead, please.
No, man, we are discussing that yesterday. And I told them, it's because I also like to conquer every place there. Like, if you don't go to Hausa, then they will give you the understanding where to go. If they come to this our land, they would like to conquer everything. The other time, we had one house and also come inside the market because of this, they are conquer everything. That's how we make up for our market. So if bankers are also not to come, but our Hausa people are wondering why they are not allowed their brothers to enter market today. I said, you know what your brother is. That's why you say that even when we maybe your next, you can do like you do anyhow and go at anyhow. They say, William, Hausa, it says, you are equal to speech. And that's a you go at speech. So, man, I also like to conquer everything. If they come to the world and they like to even conquer our women, conquer everything, our children, everything. If you go to their land, normal, everything is normal. They will tell you where to stand and when to go. If you come to our land, they like to conquer everywhere. Also, people are limited. Everything is set like that. So, man, I don't know.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Our people will wake up. Our people will recover themselves. Our people will regain themselves. We just have to remain focused, set a target, make sure we are working towards it. Coordinators must understand that they have enormous job in their hand to do. They are supposed to be brainstorming and looking for how to break new frontiers. That is what they are supposed to be doing. Of course, we have very limited time, but I can say they have all done well. Having said that, caller on WhatsApp, are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp. Yes, that is a Zoo Epileptic Network, but then we must continue. Caller on the line, are you there?
Hello.
Good morning from here. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Uchen Malani. I'm calling from the Cameroon.
Go ahead, please.
My question is this. I can be one and people Chineke Kewa. He said, let there be light. Why is there no light in Nigeria? One question. Secondly, to the men of God in Nigeria. I want to put Korea, even India. But the one happening to us here in Nigeria, in Africa, in a country where there is no light, our destiny is very closed, put away from us. Time for everybody to wake up. Even in Igbo, even in Nigeria, time for us to think twice. It's the most important thing. And also for those Yoruba pastors, they preach, they give their preaching the way it is going to favor their income, not the way of righteousness. If they can schedule their preaching in the way of righteousness, in the way of truth. The Bible talks about freedom. The Bible don't talk about laying down your life so that the evil ones will come and kill you. The Bible talks about freedom. I understand the Bible the more the first day I started listening to Radio Biafra, the teachings, the preaching from Radio Biafra. So if only our people, somebody joker or just here in the now, not seeing your joker, father who's here, pastor who's here, you see amen, never beg. And learn one of the food and their body. It's not the best way. Time for us to wake up. Time for us to wake up. Organ settlement as of 2017. I say, go and vote, go and vote, go and vote. I keep on asking myself, our leader, who is here to not vote? I keep on asking myself, this man of this father, like I was brought up in Catholic Church, but now I don't go to church anymore. You see that this man of God, this priest, prove that is one thing here near the encouragement is just casting your vote. They won't. The problem with the churches, when you go to church, they preach, everybody say amen. Nobody raises hands to ask questions. Even when you raise your hands to ask questions, they won't give you that opportunity. That's the number one thing killing we Christians in Nigeria.
No, they will say leave it for Holy Spirit. Today now they are running. When we ask them to boycott Anambra election, I tell you the whole church, when we say we were going to boycott this election, the whole church, almost the whole church is INEC office. Are they not ashamed? Yes. They want me to know this street and be praising, oh, Jesus, when idiots are sulling the name of Jesus, they are idiots. Almost all the churches in Biafra land become INEC office. Where are these dirty people? Yes. Let them come and let me tell them who they are.
Yes. My coordinator,
Thank
my
you very
name
much, my brother.
Through Facebook, my name is UCAK. And they have blocked my okay.
You say what happened, please?
They have already blocked my Facebook account.
Of course, open like 30 again. Open like 30 Facebook account again. Let us jam pack their system for them.
And I also have one thing with YouTube. This new Anglican reverend that preached about the beheading of the Khan man. He preached about it. He shared it in his church. My brother sent it to YouTube, and YouTube yesterday warned him that it's against their rules. And I asked, what is social media out there for? Social media
they promote porn. They promote porn.
Promote peace.
Blue film.
To promote peace and love to the world. But they're saying that it's against their rules and laws. They sent him a warning, restricted warning, through his Google account, saying that if he continues such acts, they are going to block him. They are going to restrict him from some of the activities he's doing through YouTube.
Thank you very much.
My coordinator, thank you for the work you people have been doing. We here in Yaoundé, we are strongly behind what is going on.
God is faithful. Yeah. Yes, a caller on WhatsApp. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm there, my Mazonibe.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning, Mazonibe.
Good morning.
May Chukwu Kikajama bless you and bless your family and our entire whole. This morning, because anytime I listen to the Biafra, I always switch on, especially this morning program. I call it my breakfast, my morning tea. So my name is Mazi Uchenweke. I'm calling from Angola. I am the entry deputy coordinator by the Popular in Angola here. So my brothers here in Angola, we're having our general meeting. Very, very important to participate. The time is 3:30 p.m. At the Popular. Please, if you don't know the place, let me make sure the phone number you are going to call. You are going to call our secretary. The number is 941 315 608. I repeat it again. 941 315 608. That is our secretary number, Mr. Obi. If you don't know it, you can call him. Also, or you can call my own number. My own number is 945 392 541. I repeat it again. 945 392 541. That is my own number. So my brothers and here in Angola, our leader spoke something about 3 days ago, which we would expecting our national coordinator. If you are not respecting our national coordinator, we are not respecting him. And also, yesterday, our judge, our Mazi Judge, always speak it every time. But my brother, I'm surprised, as I'm telling you, no. This evening, our people, they are still doing meeting. They hijack our zone here in Popular. They hijack it. They are still doing this meeting, collecting money from people. There is no receipt. We go there to preach to them. They don't want to listen to us. It's very, very important. I don't know how the people that just don't want to listen to us.
Those matter will be straightened out very soon. As of this moment, I'm in South Africa. When I'm done in South Africa, I will be coming there. Because some people think that they are from Afari Big. That is what they always threaten people with. But don't worry. We must continue. Yes, Biafrans must understand. You have to accept the truth. I cannot see. I was trying to find out some idiot on Facebook who say we should not use foul language. But I cannot get the person. But that person should look inside the gutter and see one Nigeria preparing food for one Nigeria, and then may your children eat that kind of food. These are food from Hausa targeted against the Biafran. You love it. God will punish your generation. You people will never be comfortable. This is the only weapon we have for you. And therefore, we understand how it works. All of you will get angry and you will misbehave. You don't know. What Nigeria wanted is when we come on this radio, we say, yes, gentlemen and women, we want to make you understand that we are suffering and somebody has to look into our matter. But we have been doing that before now. It didn't work. It didn't work. Ojukwu is a perfect gentleman. Ojukwu does not have what it takes to use far worse. Ojukwu is so refined that even in his most upset time, he talks like somebody who has PhD in British gentleman conduct. Believe me. In the highest of all pressure, he maintained his cool. But did he give us Biafra? Thunder will fire all of you. We are here for Popo Scatter. Let us try the version and see how it works. When I come here, let Jesus, oh, praise the Lord, oh, Allah, then we associate to be assimilated. It won't work. You are idiot. Accept that you are idiot. And stop being an idiot. And then we can address you for who you are. Nigerians are visionless.
Yoruba believe that with 10% and controlling other, having other economic advantage over Biafra, we make them feel good, so Nigerians should remain. But they never dreamed that they could be better than what they are today without Nigeria. Because considering the percentage given to British government, they will be better. Fulani think they must kill Hausa to remain relevant. And Hausa think they should just associate and be answering born to rule to remain in Nigeria, all in the expense of Biafra. And then some Sabotua think they will build high fences against the masses, the poor masses. No, it will not always be like that. It has been prevailing. But not now. Not now. The people must know the truth. We are talking of Imo. I am here to hear one Imo man speak up. They are just watching. You think Imo people are stupid? They are just watching. They now know. The people fighting over Imo State now is Yoruba and Hausa. Yes, no, our Imo must be Uzodema. It cannot change our Uzodema. So Uzodema now is Hausa Fulani man. You think we are stupid? Don't worry. You think Imo people are weakling? But believe me, Igbo bu Igbo, nke no ni Imo. You people open your eye and stand put. The time is coming. Did you hear? I'm not talking to all Imo people. Adi amama. Oh, Igbo bu Igbo. Igbo bu Igbo. Emane bu Igbo bu Igbo. You need to know and then get ready to walk the path. I want you to go on social media now. You hardly see Imo man saying anything. It's Fulani and Yoruba that no, our house or them have to be house or them. Can you know son adenema or who's on them for our house or them for Fulani? But you won't understand. I don't patronize anybody, but I just told you Imo people know what to do. Let's go by that. And they are not saying anything. Because they understand that there is a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. We've done our job there. And then you people wait for our reaction. You will understand that we are not here to joke. Are you there, caller on the line?
Yeah, my brother, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead, please.
This Wanda Uloma, calling from Abba. My brother, since yesterday, I'm very, very angry because of the judgment they just gave to us. I know I'm from Olu, married in Ikedru. But my brother, I'm very, very angry because what they did to us is injustice. I am not happy. That's why this morning I'm talking to
Olo. Sorry, people. Now you from Olo, you are not happy. But our
yes,
side
I'm not
is
happy.
Fulani is happy.
I'm not happy.
Yoruba is happy for Imo State, but Imo people are not happy. Democracy.
I'm not happy.
That is British democracy.
I'm not
British
happy.
democracy. Idiots
I
everywhere.
am not happy at all. I'm talking to the same people. I made this very, very Imo State this seat to be ungovernable. They don't go back to their roots. I make Kandingwa. I walk is here with Let Hausa people step in there. Let me see how they will be alive. All of them will die once they step in. Let the same people wake up and go and do the same thing. Let us see. Even they should start, they said they have Allah Baka. Let Allah Baka start killing every army, Hausa army, and so on, police army that is in Imo State. So that every single one of them will start running. And they will now have the opportunity to penetrate in that very Imo State house and put that, whatever it may be, there. And let even so-called hope will not be there again. So that it will make them ungovernable. They have to wake up our gods. Let our gods come and judge. We don't need. Let them go and wake up our gods. Let our gods come and speak.
Thank you
Let
very
our
much.
gods come and do one or two things there. I'm very, very angry, my brother.
Thank you very much. Of course, this is where we draw the curtain for this morning segment. The people are knowing the truth. We will rip off sentiment. We will embrace the truth. We will tell you the truth. However, whenever we wish to do. And believe me, if you think we are here to talk, then you think again. We are here to do the needful. But we need to make our stand clear, or else people will not understand what we represent. But having said that, let it be on record. We don't want to conquer Yoruba. We don't want to conquer Hausa Fulani. We don't want to conquer British government. We do not hate any of them. But I can assure you with cruel hatred, we hate everything they have done to us. We hate everything they have done to us, and we will not apologize for that. We want our life back. We want to be the author of our destiny. We want to control our time and space like every other normal human being on earth. United Nations should live up to their statute and responsibility. European Union should stand up and live up to their statutes and responsibility. AU and other organizations across the globe, if they actually meant the interest of Homo sapien at heart, they have to live up to their responsibility. But if they preach A in the morning and they become B at night, it is just a matter of time. The world will know you for who you really are, and they will certainly appreciate you for everything you have done. You will be paid back in your own coin. I will take one more call, and then I round up this segment. Though my time is up already, and so the next broadcaster coming, and I beg your indulgence anyway. Can you hear me, Asupredenko?
Okay.
Everybody must hear Biafra. Go ahead, please. Of course, we're Epileptic Network.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, all our core members. Thank you. You see, my this morning is one thing. You don't wait for someone to fight for you. Yes, I saw the tomatoes she just broadcast and I went to they're washing dirty. Oh my God. That's people, when you see that people want to kill you, that what is...
They are not hiding it. If they can do this in the open, you can imagine what they are doing in the hidden. You can imagine. You can imagine. The network since
in what is called self-defense. What is called self-defense. All our youth, you are busy producing a
and then I lost that caller, and I will be rounding off at this moment. Sincere appreciation to those of you who were able to call, and apology to those that cannot receive their call at this moment. I want to encourage you, be Biafran, be a sincere Biafran, be a genuine Biafran. Go into the sheep. Do have a wonderful and pleasant day ahead of you as you go about your lawful businesses across the globe, because I know Biafrans are law-abiding citizens anywhere in the world. Ndewonu. Ndewonu.
We are no longer in Egypt. We have crossed our sea. We've gone far in this wilderness. Because few steps ahead. We are no longer in Egypt. We have crossed our seas. We've gone far in this wilderness. Because few steps ahead. When you get stuck in this nether, our heroes will not be there. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. Not yet time we remember the price of our great heroes. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. Inside the wilderness, never open yourself to the wicked one. Penetrate and kill your people. To what we get charged you to say. Inside the wilderness, never sell your soul to the wicked ones. Penetrate and kill your people. God have charged you to say. When you get stuck in this nether of our heroes will not be there. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. Not yet may we remember the price of our great hero. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. Inside the wilderness, never allow yourself to be used to destroy the innocent souls. God has put in your hands to save. Inside the wilderness, never allow yourself to be used to destroy the nonsense souls God have charged you to save. When it gets up to end this, neither of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Your face already here. But yet may we remember the price of a great hero. No retreat, no surrender. Your face already here. Be courageous. Remain resolute. Be your brother's keeper. That hour of the night brings forth new day, new grace and favor, new peace, especially hope, more closer to our land of freedom. When it gets tough to end this, neither of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Your face already here. Not yet may we remember the price of a great hero. Hero is Jordan commercial activity. In period of recession, when it gets tough to end this, neither of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Their face already here. When it gets tough to end this, neither of our heroes will not defend. No surrender. Your face already here. Not yet may we remember the rise of a great hero. No retreat, no surrender. Your face already here.